Good morning, good afternoon, depending on your time zone. How's it going? Hiya. Hello. How's everyone doing? Hi, thanks for joining. Hey, Christina. Hello. Thanks for joining. Happy Tuesday. Hi. Let me go snag Winnie. We'll get Winnie in here to get things going.
Hello!
The live just got awesome!
Yes! Happy Tuesday, everybody. I can't believe it's Tuesday.
Right? Every morning I have to look at my phone to be sure just exactly which day it is.
I know. All the days are blending together and like time's been so weird. Like I look down and then I look up again and it's 3 o'clock in the afternoon.
I have to set alarms throughout the day just to be sure like what time of day it is.
Really?
To catch all the online lives, like to catch Nixie's and lives that are going on, the World Nails lives that are going on. I want to catch those. And
totally.
Dinking around your house doing stuff. And so I've got like alarm set going off all day.
Oh yeah, you need it. Otherwise, you would just get so lost. So how are you, Holly?
I'm doing well. I've organized my polished shelves.
Very nice. Very nice.
Demo kit is ready to travel. It's all organized.
Oh my gosh.
Project. How about you?
I'm doing well as well. Like, I haven't touched this thing for a really long time. I really need to reorganize my room, and I feel like now is the time to do it.
Right. Like now is totally the time. When are you gonna have a better time?
I know, right? Now is also a good time to try nail art.
Right? Now, when are you gonna have a better time to actually take the time to practice?
Exactly. So I guess that brings us to today's topic, right? We have so much time on our hands right now, and like Holly said, it's the best time to practice nail art that you've been wanting to try but have not had the time to do so. And let's admit it, like nail art, the skill, the technique, all kinds of techniques, it doesn't just happen overnight, right? So it's really important to be open-minded. If at first you don't succeed, you can cry about it, but then you have to try again.
And I've cried about many techniques many times.
Trust me too.
Sometimes you have to bang your head against the wall, sleep on it, and come back another day to practice.
Exactly. Like just either walk away from it or just keep trying, because like it doesn't hurt. And the more practice, the better.
Yeah. And sometimes you just need a different technique and a different approach.
Exactly. One stroke is my mortal enemy. Oh my goodness. Me too.
You have to practice one stroke. And for me, one stroke was just taking the class over and over and over until it clicked.
Yes, absolutely. Same with water marbling. That is, I can never get it right, and it always looks like a big gunk.
Clicked for me, as someone mentioned in a class, the polish had to be the same temperature, the same room temperature as the water, and
yes,
that's off for me. And
I just can't figure it out.
Out of the tap right now and do the polish in it right now. And so once I started keeping a bottle of water the same temperature in the room as the polish,
Yes.
it started working. But and it still looks like just a blob.
That's a good tip, though. I'm going to try that. So thanks, Holly.
That has been one of the keys for me, is to just keep a bottle of water with your polish.
Totally.
Not like it go bad.
I know, right? It's just water.
So one of the things that seems to always be in style, you can use it on its own, you can use it for backgrounds, and people seem to always still ask for help, is ombre.
Yes.
And it's a technique that can be used in so many different ways. So let's talk about doing ombre. And how about if you show us a technique that is so easy it can come straight out of the bottle?
Yeah. So we've done this ombre technique on live on CND World maybe a couple weeks ago, and it was super well received, just because it's a technique that everybody wants to try, and let's admit it, it's beautiful. So I thought today we'd bring it back and revisit, and I hope that you and all our audience, everybody, hi everybody, I hope everybody will try it with us, because this is something so fun and so beautiful, and the possibility is just endless. So with that being said, let me flip myself over.
Yes. Flip around.
Woohoo! All right. So for those of you who are just joining us, we are revisiting the ombre technique today. My name is Winnie. You can find me at Winnie is Awesome. And that is Holly, who is so great for inviting me to join today. We're going to be doing the vertical ombre today. And as you can see, there's so many different kinds of possibilities to do so. The technique I'm using today is super easy. Like Holly said, it comes straight out of the bottle. Before we begin, I have to say that the polish, the consistency of the gel polish you use matters. So for vertical ombre, we want to keep the consistency, or like the opacity of it, the same. So I have a cream polish with a cream polish. Both of these shades are highly pigmented. This is CND Shellac gel polish in Taffy and Coquette. So these two colors are beautiful together. And as you can see, if you take a look at like it's straight out of the bottle, it's really creamy. It's highly pigmented. So what I want to do is, on a nail tip like so, let me just move my name out of the way. So on a nail tip like so, can y'all see me? Is that good? Great. We're gonna start off with taffy. So taffy, what I'm gonna do is apply taffy on the left half of the nail. And what you want to do is just apply a thin layer like so, right? Oh, what's that sound? Is it me? Am I getting feedback?
I'm not hearing it, so it might be you.
It might just be me. It's always me. Okay, so coming in with my Coquette. Give me 1 second. Let me just. Yeah, so coming in with Coquette afterwards, I'm going to apply it to the other half of the nail. And you see how right now they're just touching each other, right? And here comes the fun part.
Oh, the viewers say you might have your sound on when people are joining. They can hear it.
That's weird.
It's like a bong or a heartbeat.
I know, I'm hearing a bong. Let me, hold on. I don't get notification though when people are, is that better? No, I can still hear it.
Weird.
I guess I'm just coming with a bong sound. That's okay.
Oh, it could be my wind chimes.
Oh
I'm hearing them outside. That could be what it is. It could be my wind chimes.
Okay, so here comes the important part.
Home during
Back to nails. Here comes the important part. What we want to do is give this brush a little wipe because we don't want too much polish loaded on the brush. And what I'm going to do is come to the center where the two colors meet, and I'm just going to lightly brush it. And as soon as you brush it, you can already see the colors sort of blending together. And as I'm brushing, I will be rotating the nails left and right to blend, give that color a really good blend in the center. Do you see how it's already blended? So this is just our first coat. And so you're going, oh, but the color is not really like opaque or whatever on the nail. It's not fully covered. Yeah, but that's okay. We're going to be applying a second coat. So once you're happy with the nail, you go ahead and put it into your CND LED lamp on the 2S button. While that's being cured, we want to make sure that our brush is clean because we don't want to cross-contaminate the colors, right? Like when you put it back into the bottle. So make sure you give that brush a good wipe and a good clean before you put it into the bottle. All right. So that is first coat. That is our first coat. And then what we're going to do is basically repeat the same technique over the nail. And the polish, the amount of polish you pick up should look sort of like this. Not too much. Okay. And once you give that a second coat, we're going to come back with our coquette again. And apply just so that the colors are touching each other. Okay, and then so I think this is a good amount of polish for me to blend. So I'm gonna go right into the center. And then rotate left, rotate right. Yeah, I can hear my, there's like a gong sound coming with whenever I speak. It's great.
It's your awesome personality.
Yeah, I come with like a Chinese gong. That's great.
It's cool how they're blending just right with the brush.
Right. So that's, I think this is the easiest way to do it with like blending colors and all that stuff. So yeah, that's it. And once you're done and happy with the color, throw that into your CND LED lamp, again on the 2S button. And once again, clean your brush because you can see a tiny hint of blue on there before we put it back in. A lot of people from my last live also asked about blending darker colors, which you can absolutely do so, like I said, as long as, you know, like your the consistency of the polish is the same. So Blue Moon is a really good color that you could use. I also really like, what's it called? this color, Gypsy, so far. If you take a look, like it's creamy and it's nice. So that'll blend really super well. Yes.
Creams and creams or shimmers with shimmers.
Yes, exactly. So yeah, once you're done, that's it. And then you apply your, as always, you want to perform the full system. You would want to apply your Duraforce top coat cure on the number 3 button on your CND LED lamp. And that's it. And so there's so many possibilities with this, right? Like different colors. You can throw on chromes on it. I really like this whole like pixie glitter on it as well. If you take a look at it, it gives off that super mermaidy feel, right? So that's super fun.
Or even a background for stamping.
Yes, absolutely. This sets you up for all kinds of success and possibilities as well. So I would really love to see people give this a try.
And Cecilia asks if you could use this technique also for like the baby boomer style nail.
Of course, as long as the consistency of your polish is workable, there are so many ways you could do this. Like baby boomers is another way to do it. I personally like to do the baby boomer with a sponge, and it's all about preference, what works for you as an artist and what you prefer.
Cool. And
Yeah.
do you have a video on your YouTube?
We do. That's so interesting that you asked, Holly. If you want to rewatch the video on how we achieve all these looks, like there's different kinds of gradients. There's the vertical ombre, there's the horizontal ombre, there's a fade, and just a bunch of like really breaking it down. You can find the video on CND's YouTube channel. It's saved there, and you'll be able to rewatch it. And as always, if you have any questions whatsoever, please feel free to reach out to me. I am your person. And Holly is also your person. We are here to help you do any sort of, experiments that you're into doing.
And Dazzle Girl Nails, yes, this live will be saved so you can come back and practice. The nail spectrum would like to know, how would you go about charging for this look?
Well, this is considered nail art to me, right? A lot of people are, I learned from my good friend, very good friend, Valerie Ducharme from also Canada. You should charge by the hour. So it depends on how much time it takes for you to accomplish this, right? So as you can see earlier, it literally took what, 2 to 3 minutes per nail. So under half an hour, under half an hour, you should be able to perform the whole nail art, right? So it's totally up to you.
And Mary, I see your question about getting CND products in Canada. If you want to direct message me, I can message my contact for Canada and get that information for you.
Yes.
Look
at Holly. What you got up your sleeve?
So I'm going to use taffy as well for the base color because it is such a gorgeous blue.
Yes.
And Winnie, can you see the comments as well?
I can see the comments.
All right.
Marion, I see Marion's question. Do you sprinkle your Pixie before you dry your top coat? Yes, I do. That helps my Pixie it really helps me lock in my Pixies. And Holly, what do you do with your Pixies?
It depends on if I'm using Pixies as an accent or if I'm covering the entire nail with Pixies.
Yeah.
If I'm covering the entire nail, then I would sprinkle them into wet top coat, same as you are.
Oh, show.
So for the ombre, I'm going to use pigment If you are struggling doing ombre in the technique that Winnie has used, it could be that you are kind of aggressive with your pressure. So a different alternative could be trying with some pigments. Let's apply 2 layers of shellac color. Nice thin layers so that we get a good cure. We'll pop that into cure so we get a nice sticky layer. And to save you from watching it cure, this one is already cured. And using a nice, just solid pigment, use a fluffy brush of some sort. It can just be anything that's really soft and fluffy. The softer and fluffier the brush, the easier you're going to find it is to get a good spread of the pigment. And just go along the side of the nail and gently press your pigment into that sticky top film where your shellac has cured. Then before you do anything, brush the excess pigment out of your brush. So just clean your brush off. Then come back in and very gently with a soft touch. It's much easier to use a soft touch if you just barely hold your brush. Just let it rest on your hand. And just really gently kind of fluff it towards the center.
And this is like you haven't put on a top coat yet. This is just exactly directly on the color coat, right?
Right. We did that color coat and we cured it, and we're literally in that sticky layer of the color coat.
Awesome. Cecilia, Nails by Cecilia, says she also liked using eyeshadow brushes. That's such a great idea, especially now if you don't have certain brushes at home. You can always look around your house to find things that work. So kudos.
And I'm going to kind of hold it at this angle so that you can see I'm kind of doing almost a circular motion with the brush so that I don't get a stripe effect, which gives it more of that ombre look. When you're finished, since we're doing that vertical ombre, you can just brush down the nail to smooth out and dust off any of that excess pigment. And then seal that ombre into place with your top coat. And that top coat is going to keep your ombre sealed in and keep it from washing off and all of that fun stuff. It's really, really important that you seal all the edges when you're using pigment.
Why is that?
You lay your brush back. Because if you miss, like let's say I come down this side and I miss that little edge of the pigment with my top coat, when I clean it off with the alcohol, it's going to clean off all that pigment down the side.
Mm-hmm.
So make sure you're sealing in all those edges really well and kind of lay your brush back. So I'm going to turn this to the side so that you can see my brush is kind of laid back, and use really gentle strokes. Because if you come up, like I'm going to be really aggressive so that you can see what happens. If you come up and you're really aggressive with your brush, it's going to dig the pigment out. Also, if you set your brush down and push it back really aggressively, it's going to dig the pigment out.
So the idea is to really float your brush on the nail plate.
Yes.
Awesome.
Your brush down and really gently apply that top coat. Because when you're finished, you want to have that nice smooth finish to your top coat with all of your pigment in place.
Mm-hmm.
All those edges and be sure you're gentle with your top coat application.
Beautiful.
And this is what you finish with. You'll cure your top coat in place, remove the top film with alcohol, and you are good to go.
Yes. Look at that. That's something so simple can just be so beautiful. And I'm all about quick and simple nail art.
Right?
Yeah. And that's it, guys. And you can go above your merry day and go, I don't know, stamp over top of it, or like you said, Holly, we could put like crystal pixies on it and do whatever it is you want to do.
I love putting crystal on an ombre. It really brings out,
Right? It's so easy. Yay! So lots of people have tons of additives that they don't use anymore. This is sort of like bringing it back. So that's great. Great thinking, Holly.
now is the time to be, if you have access to your salon or if you know what products you have hanging out in your closet, now is the time to kind of be making that mental list and think, you know, what online lives that are complimentary could I be watching right now to learn how to use those products that I spent money on and I need to be using so that I can make money on what I spent my money on.
Exactly. So now is our chance to invite you, our viewers, all you beautiful peoples of the internet, to show us what you got. If you have your own gradient or ombre creations using whatever technique you're comfortable with, tag us, Holly, tag us, Winnie, and let us know. We want to see so we can share with the world your beautiful work.
Yes, we want to see your ombres. Practice,
Yeah.
just practice, and then tag us. We want to see.
Totally. So today's live is beautiful and short and sweet, and I hope we got something out of that.
Yes, it was great having you, Winnie. Thanks for your time, and thank you everyone for time watching. We appreciate your time.
Totally. Hey, C&D world, thanks for joining. Except now it's over. Awesome. Thank you, guys. I will see you guys soon. And if you have any more ideas for tutorials, things that you want to see, let us know. We are here for you, your content providers. Because without you, we are nothing. Yes. Love you. Bye.